Gold Dust, the album that comes out October 2nd, marks a 20th anniversary for you. So maybe we could start with talking about what that anniversary commemorates.
20 years ago, Little Earthquakes had come out in the United States, and the Metropole Orchestra had asked me to come play with them. And I really had such a magical time with them in rehearsals that someone from Deutsche Grammophon thought we should record it.
Let's talk about Flavor, which is the first video from Gold Dust, the album. I want to read a bit of the lyrics and then talk about some of the imagery in the video, which I think is really nice. Part of the lyrics go, "What does it look like, this orbital ball from the fringes of the Milky Way?" And then in the video you get this really earthy collection of people that you're interacting with who appear to be marginalized in a lot of ways, people who are on the margins. And I saw a real interesting contrast between the lyrics and the images in the video. There were a lot of gender variant kids at the end of the video. So I wanted you to talk about what inspired the imagery in the video and in particular what those kids mean.
It seemed as if her message was for now. And with the election that's coming up and all that's happened in the last many months, things that have been said, it felt like Flavor was becoming a plea to the creatrix or consciousness that's out there, that's looking down in on us. And it was, what do you see? What can you reflect back to us that would make us more accepting? Because I really cannot wrap my head around, I don't understand, I just don't understand how we can call ourselves a democracy and expect people to pay taxes, and yet they're not protected by the same laws, or they don't get married too? Really? I find that completely barbaric. I don't understand that logic. And Flavor was very much about reflecting Christ consciousness, which is acceptance. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Transmission Galactic is your new label.
Yes.
Could you describe what it is and if you've signed any artists to this label?
We've all been hearing for years about 360 deals, and I understand that the music industry, has been having a challenging time. But 360 deals are deals in which it's the whole hog. The whole hog, meaning the record company, wants to take a slice of everything. I feel it's a greedy approach. We wanted to organically build something that would invest and develop bands, artists, and yet they have to do quite a bit of the work themselves. It's more of a collaboration. When they're successful, then they have an opportunity to make more than they would if they had signed a 360 deal.
You're also working on a West End play in London?
It's a musical for the National Theatre. And I've been doing this for a while now, 5,000 years, I guess, to be exact. And, but look, it's not easy to develop a musical from the ground up. It's not a catalog musical.
This is The Light Princess?
This is The Light Princess, okay. Yes. And Nick Heitner, who runs the National Theatre and is, well, he's quite a mentor for the project, and he's been the driving force behind it. And he's been helping us develop it. He told me years ago that creating a musical was a glorious nightmare, and he's not kidding. But he's always insisted that it can't be good. It's got to be better than good. And that's what we've been doing, is making it better than good. And so hopefully you'll be hearing more about it in the next year. Hopefully there'll be something to see.
All right. Is Tosh still singing, and would you encourage a career in the music industry?
Yes, Tash is still singing and acting and doing impressions of people, including me. She does very good impressions of people. we're encouraging her because that's the path that she wants to pursue right now.
Sounds like she'll have more of a mentor than most people get.
She teaches me a lot daily, I have to tell you. I learn a lot from her. I think because how she sees the world. And she's been on the world tour since she was a year old. We grabbed her after 9/11, and we went out 3 weeks later, I think, on that tour. And she's been on a bus, I don't know, every other year since she was 1. She's had a very open-minded upbringing, but with manners. And what's essential in our house, wherever the house is as we travel, is how you treat other people. And yeah, sometimes we can all be cranky and we can always get it wrong and sound off and, you know, have a little hissy. We all have those moments, especially through menopause. Oh my gosh. I apologize to anybody who I've been snide with over the last 10 years just because I was probably, I don't know, having an internal meltdown. But having said that, yeah, she teaches me amazing things.
Tori Amos, thank you very much for speaking with us today. It was
Thank
a
you,
pleasure,
Matt.
and happy anniversary.
Thank you.